Hello everyone, it's Liz, and for today's video I have our October Craft Club kit. I'm going to show you how to paint and assemble your kits. If you didn't know, we have a monthly subscription box where you can get some craft kits sent straight to your door. The month of October was our Thanksgiving/fall theme, and these turned out so adorable. So without further ado, let's jump in. For boxes 1, 2, and 3, you're going to get this adorable turkey shelf sitter. I love him so much, especially when he's all finished. I just think he's super adorable. If you've got boxes 2 and 3, you're also going to get this 6x6 paper pad that comes with lots of fun fall designs. So we are going to start out by adding some paper to our turkey. I thought that this plaid was super adorable and worked perfect for the Thanksgiving time for our cute little turkey. I'm going to trace him out. I'm going to use both papers in this paper pad for him because he doesn't quite fit on the 6x6 alone, so I divided him up into two separate pieces for his head and his body. I'm going to trace him out and then cut those papers out. I'm going to add some Mod Podge to his body, and yes, I accidentally did this on the back of him, but that's okay. It worked out anyways. You can add it to the back or the front. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to add Mod Podge to his body, and I'm going to let that Mod Podge completely dry. I personally don't like using Mod Podge while it's wet. That's just my personal preference, so I'm going to set that to the side to dry, and while that's drying, I'm going to work on his feathers. I did a mixture of some orange and some brown, and I just went back and forth until I got the color that I wanted. I didn't want him to just be one plain color. I wanted a bit of dimension to him so that his feathers looked like they had different darker spots, lighter spots, and then I went in with a sponge as well because I didn't like the streaks that the brush was making, and I thought the sponge would add some fun texture. I also went in with a little bit of black paint on that sponge and went around the outside of his feathers, and then kind of took whatever was left on the sponge throughout the entire thing. Again, I personally like adding a lot of fun texture to my pieces. You can make this just one plain color if you want, but this is just how I personally did it and how I like it. I'm going to add some orange to his feet. I did end up going back in with a lighter orange later on. This orange was just a tad bit too dark, but I'll show you in here in just a second that I go back in with a lighter orange. I also did some distressing around his toes and his feet. And then for his beak, I did go in with that lighter orange, and that's the same orange that I will go over his feet with. And then for his waddle, I believe it's called, I'm going to just take some red paint and give that one good coat. For his eyes, I just used a white paint pen and colored around that. And now we will put the paper onto our turkey's body. So I'm going to add my paper, add some parchment paper on top. And then using my mini Cricut heat press, I'm going to add that on top, and that's going to reactivate that Mod Podge, making that paper stick to our turkey. Now I took an ink pad that I had. I wanted to do a little bit of distressing on all my pieces. I should really invest in that distressing ink pad that they make, but all I had was black, so I made do with what I had, and I just took all my pieces and went around the entire thing, just adding a little bit of an outline, a little bit of distressing on everything. Now I'm going to start assembling all my pieces. So adding I'm not quite sure what that part is called at the top of a turkey. I should probably look that up, but I'm going to add that to the top. I'm going to add the body to the feathers, making sure the bottom is nice and flush. And then we're going to add the feet to the bottom as well. Make sure that this does not go below the body so that your turkey can sit flat. I'm going to add his beak, his eyes, and his waddle all to his face. And now this step is completely optional. I personally like adding fun little details to my pieces with little dots and lines. I just think it gives a fun highlight and gives something fun and extra to your piece. I went around pretty much all of him with some white paint and a really detailed paintbrush and just added little dots and lines all over, and I think it turned out really cute. The last thing I'm going to do is add this bow that I made. This is just a really rough, raggedy kind of bow, and I used a couple different pieces of ribbon and some raffia and glued that to his neck. And then I'll add the stand to the back, so you'll just glue down that little rectangle with the slit first, and then you'll glue down the half triangle piece, kind of like a pie, and you'll glue that down second, and that will help your turkey stand up. And that's all you have to do for your turkey. Really, really easy, and I think he's absolutely adorable. Perfect for your Thanksgiving decor. Leave him out all up to Thanksgiving and enjoy him throughout the fall season. Box number 3, you are going to get a fun little riser plus a pumpkin pie, or really it could be whatever kind of pie you want. You can color this like a cherry pie or an apple pie. I chose a pumpkin pie. If you got box number 3, you're also going to get 2 accessory items with this chipboard and ephemera to go with it. I'm going to start by painting my riser first, and I just painted the entire thing white. You could paint this to match your home decor because this is such a versatile piece that you can leave up all year long, so paint it whatever color you want. I just thought the white would go best with every season or holiday, and so I could leave it up all year long. So I just painted all 3 of those layers white, and then I also took the little feet that I included. I'm also going to paint those white as well. Now starting on the pie, that little whipped cream dollop, I'm going to paint white. For the pie itself, like I said, I decided to go with a pumpkin pie, so I'm going to take some pumpkin pie paint, or as close as I could get to that color, and I'm going to paint that middle portion orange. For our pan, I took a really light colored gray, and then I wanted my pan to look more galvanized than just a straight gray color, so I went in with the white as well and did some up and down dabbing motions, and then went back in with the gray and just again up and down dabbing motions to kind of get that galvanized look to it. Now I'm going to start assembling my pieces. So with your tray, you're just going to do decorative layer is going to be the middle, and then your hollow circle will be the top. Then you can glue your feet down. I glued mine down completely not even, but that's okay, it still works. And then we're going to assemble our pie. So you're going to take the crust. I didn't paint the crust any different color because I thought it looked like a good crust color, but you could always paint that if you wanted. Glued down my dollop for the whipped cream, and then I added a fun little flower to the pie pan, and then I'm going to glue down my stand to the back. And there you have your pie on this cute little stand. I thought this was so much fun. And again, you can use that riser all year long. I hope that this tutorial was helpful in putting together your October craft club. If you want to sign up for our craft club to get our monthly kits, go to moorevinyldecals.com and join our craft club there. Let me know which was your favorite, the turkey or the pie this month. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!